All right. So I'd like to welcome everybody to our first live recording of SALT-VUE, and today we're just going to we'd like to just discuss some hot topics and some current affairs that's going on right now, and some issues that we believe are just really controversial, and just want to talk about it, and share our point of view and see what you guys think.
And we'll also, this is going to be on, we're going to try and do bi-weekly if we can, maybe once a month. But if you have any suggestions, email us and we'll talk about it in the next video.
This is Steve Gaida. For those of you who don't know, I'm Bert Matos. And the first thing we're going to talk about today is we want to talk about the dropout rate in America, and how I believe that marijuana is the #1 contributing factor to the national dropout rate right now. I currently work at a drug rehab right now, and I work with teens, and I've just been seeing more and more kids coming in, especially inner city kids, and the reason that they're there is because of marijuana, and they don't think there's a real big deal about it. It's not a big deal. It's just marijuana. And I mean, after all, you know, the media and the entertainment industry right now is endorsing the legalization of it, and I think that is actually what that's doing is really just giving the kids permission, really, and validation, and really just it's endorsing it in their minds, really. It's giving them permission to smoke marijuana. And one of the biggest challenges we have is with these kids coming in is convincing them that that this is something that is affecting them. Right now in America, marijuana is the #1 drug that teens are abusing. And actually, what's really scary, according to the National Association of Drug Abuse, they're saying that marijuana use in 8th graders has increased from 9% to 12%. That's a 4% increase since it was 2006. And you know, that may not sound like a lot, 4%, but if your interest rate on your car insurance or something like that, or your mortgage went up 4%, I think you'd be upset. I would. But right now, according to statistics, 14.6 million kids are admitting to smoking marijuana more than 20 times a month. So do I believe that it's one of the #1 contributing factors? Absolutely. I'm seeing the effects firsthand that it's having on the kids that I work with, and it's definitely, I believe, the #1 contributing factor to the national dropout rate. Marijuana, teens that smoke marijuana on a regular basis are more than twice as likely, according to statistics, to cut school. Also, you know, marijuana has been proven to reduce teenagers' ability to retain information. It's known to decrease academic performance, and it's just sad right now. It's sad right now that America thinks it's such a you know, it's such a small issue, and how the entertainment industry and a lot of even the media are not even really taking it serious. I think they're missing the whole point, like, you know, the whole point that or the important point, I should say, is that it's affecting our teenagers, which is affecting our dropout rate. Kids are dropping out of school right now at an alarming rate. You have 1.4 million kids nationally dropping out every year. You just look that up, and it comes
7,000 people a day.
7,000 kids a day. So are we going to have a problem in America? What do you think? I mean, what do you think are going to be the effects of a nation that has 7,000 kids dropping out? I heard even statistics a couple of years ago. I read an article by Colin Powell, and he said it's an issue of national security right now, because in some of our, according to some polls and some statistics, in our largest cities, in some of our largest cities, DC, one of them, the dropout rate's up to 70%.
It's ridiculous.
So
And I know,
see, what do you try to paint a picture of what you think this country is going to look like when you have 70% of your population? Well, let's just say 50%, because I heard nationally, one of the polls that I read, 50% national dropout rate. What is the nation going to look like with
it's not gonna be a
50%?
nation. It's not going to be a nation. In fact, you know, we can attribute that. I know you live in New Windsor, closer to Newburgh, and it's alarming because the class of 2008, they entered NFA, Newburgh Free Academy, with 1,000 students, and only 600 graduated. So that right there, that's
40% dropout rate.
That's a 40% dropout rate right there. And, you know, you have, let's take divorce for example, not to get away from the topic, but you have kids who are born in a more left-leaning day and age. They're experimenting stuff. You have peer pressure. You have kids in school, the old earthly influence, and it takes a toll. They come home to good Christian families, and it's a sad fact that conservative Christians are twice as likely to get divorced as unbelieving families.
I find that I find that kind of unbelievable.
I find it hard to believe.
But you know, but at the same time, as sad as a fact and a commentary that it is, I'm seeing it. I just was informed recently, sadly, that somebody that I know is heading down that road. But how's that happening? Where's that coming from?
You know, well, we all know where it comes from. You know, it comes from the enemy and his lies. But in church, you would expect that families would stay together because there's more